What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Playing with Palettes. Here we are standing in our creation from last week with the concrete and all that good stuff. But yeah, we're here for another episode, and hopefully, we'll have some fun and make something awesome along the way. So let's get to it. All right. So we are now up to 744 pages on this website. Like I said last week, this is constantly updating and constantly adding new blocks to playlists. I mean, look at that. That's a skulk or whatever the crap it is. Yeah, skulk. I mean, yeah, you can get so many ideas from this. So yeah, we're going to put that. Yeah, we got that in our new number generator. So we have page 98. And we're gonna get palette number 6. Alright, so we will go and do that. Alright, so here we are on page 98, and then yes, we'll need palette number 6. So 3, 6. Oh! Well, this is interesting with this light blue glazed terracotta. But other than that, I'm quite liking this. Let's see, black stone, deep slate, acacia log, again, stone, light blue terracotta, and then light blue glazed terracotta. And this palette is 3Clipsy, created by 3Clipsy, we'll say that's his name. And it's palette number 25414, so 25,414. So this will be a fun little palette to play with, that is for sure. Alright, so we've scooted a little bit away from our first creation. We're gonna try and keep everything close together, but we got enough space to work with behind us and all around us, except right there. But yeah, we got all the stuff that we need. We got our light blue terracotta, the light blue glazed terracotta, deep slate, acacia wood, acacia log, stone, and our black stone. So again, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna make out of this, but we'll make something and hopefully it's gonna look good. But, let's jump right into it. So, when I first went into this build, I thought, well, one, it was going to be a little difficult. But two, I thought, oh, I can do this because it's a darker palette, and that's usually what I work with. But as I went and started working, at first I went with this kind of castle design look, and it didn't really work out. I kind of noticed that the colors weren't working well together, and it was just very, very odd. So, I mean, I was really sad because I made like a full interior and everything, but I did what I thought I could do, and I destroyed it. And so down with the castle thing and up with the weird house thingy, whatever the heck that is. So I made this little weird house thing, and I was looking at it, and I was like, this is really weird. And I thought, when I first made it, my first thought was, oh, let's make a clock tower. And it wasn't really working. But that clock tower inspired me, and I thought, I'm gonna make like a church. And so looking at the palette, I separated the 6 blocks into 2 separate categories. I had the gray category and a blue category. And it's kind of odd because the black stone actually has a hint of this blue, and so it went really well. It brought out really well with the light blue concrete, and together they just complemented each other very well. So as you can see with this little church, I used the main blocks was the light blue concrete, and then like accent colors was the black stone. And also going over with this, I thought it was interesting that the light blue concrete, it's more of a periwinkle color rather than blue. And so with the glazed terracotta, it doesn't really fit in with it, even though they are both classified as light blue. They aren't really together. But another reason why I chose to do this church design is because I could totally keep these 2 separate colors apart. So on the inside, I used primarily the gray palette, which was the acacia, the stone, and the deep slate. And so, of course, it being like a church, in my mind being Christian, I made like a Catholic church with a little cross and all that good stuff. And so the roof as well, another reason why I did a church, is the roof is pretty easy, at least for me it is, where I can have a flat roof and then on top I can just put like a cross. So just a reflection of the floor underneath and put it on top, and it just makes it look a lot better as well. So again, to kind of match with the outside color, we use Blackstone on the roof as a little marker and to make it stand out, and just did the same cross design that we did on the floor that you saw previously. So staying within the color palette, I used white window panes to kind of bring in a little bit different color, but also kind of staying with that gray palette. And then I also used the soul lanterns because they are blue, and so they do kind of match like the glazed terracotta, and like I said, they are blue, so it makes it be able to kind of stay within that palette as well. And so when building this, it is kind of a boring shape. It is just a square and a rectangle, so I thought of making this little alcove that is, in my mind, basically that's where the priest is, right? This is his little office, this is where you go do confession, I don't know, whatever it is. But just a nice little alcove, and then that way you do kind of have that stark contrast and color. Also on the outside, you now have this gray color on the outside rather just on the inside. And then kind of the same idea with creating the different colors. I use the light blue glazed terracotta as the floor. So you do have those two elements, that outside element coming inside and the inside out element now coming outside. And so because of that, you know, you're able to have those two colors a little bit more intermingled, and they're not so separate anymore. And of course, you need pews, so we use dark oak wood since it is a darker color. So as you saw in that last clip, the posts, they are dark oak, and then the pews are dark oak because it does give that different color and it is the darker with the darker palette, and so it brings it all together. And so for the outside, I use spruce leaves because I did mention this before, but the light blue concrete is definitely more purple than actually blue, and so that spruce actually kind of has that like twinge of purple in it, which is kind of weird. I don't know why, but it does. So I put those vines up there, one, to give it a bit of sense of definition, and two, to kind of establish that this church has been here for a little bit. And so it kind of ages the church a little because you don't get vines like that with a brand new building, and it also does add a little bit of definition and something different to look at. And so I did put it differently from the alcove to kind of have these two separate things. And then to the side here, I did a little tree, again made out of spruce wood, with a little pond and then a swing. My thought definitely was, you know, this is a place where people are a lot and people come to hang out, and so this is just a little place that people can come and they can hang out at the church, you know, whatever they want to do, whatever they're doing, and all that good stuff. And then around we just put ferns because they're nice little guys, and they add a lot to the environment and just different kind of vibes with it as well. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'm gonna be honest, when I was doing that voice recording, I totally forgot what the blocks I used in this palette, and it was light blue terracotta, not concrete. I think I called it concrete throughout all of that, but this is a nice little build. I think the colors all work really well together, and it came out in the end, and that's what we're here to do, right? And so I had lots of fun making this, and I stressed about it a lot. About over 2 days, I just kept thinking about it when I first made it. And I was like, wow, this is ugly, and I'm glad this is what we came out with. It's a good little building, and it's good, just a little church, And so I had lots of fun with it. So thank you so much for watching and tuning in, and work hard, be good, all that good stuff, and be kind to others. And thanks so much again, and please subscribe if you like this. And yeah, I will see you all later.